Today I'll be ranking the top 10 catchers in MLB The Show 22. This is going to count only primary positions though, so no secondary positions will count. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video and subscribe for more of these lists, and let's hop in and rate these guys. At number 10, I'm going with Jorge Posada. Definitely one of the older cards in the game, but he's still pretty damn good. I think he still deserves the number 10 spot on this list. So Jorge Posada here, he's actually still kind of expensive too. I think there's a lot better options out there for like this price, but 38K you guys can get him for right now, but he's a catcher. He's also a switch hitter. Switch hitter, love that. Definitely bumps him up a little bit on the list, but he also only has 28 speed, which definitely does suck. But hitting is pretty damn good, man. He's got 89 contact right, 106 contact left, 78 power right, and 108 power left. You can overall just be a pretty damn good bench bat with him being a switch hitter, and especially good against lefties with the 106 contact left and the 108 power left. He's also got a pretty glitchy swing, so I definitely do like this Jorge Posada card. I think he deserves a spot on this list. At number 9, I'm going to go with Henry Davis here. I think he's probably the best future stars card when it comes to all the catchers. I definitely think he's probably the best. I mean, you can definitely go with a lot of other guys, but I'm going to give the edge here to Henry Davis. So he's also on the cheaper side. You guys can get it for like 10,000 stubs, really. But yeah, catcher for the Pirates here, future stars card. He's a pretty balanced catcher. I mean, he can do everything. 92 contact right, he's got 95 contact left, 89 power right, along with 98 power left. He's also got a little bit of speed with 53 speed. He's also got very, very good defense, as you guys can see behind my head here with the diamond defense. So I think he's definitely a very, very good card, still is, and you guys can get him for cheap. So quirks aren't anything too crazy, but still pretty good. So I definitely like this Henry Davis card. I think he deserves a spot at number 9 on my top 10. At number 8, I'm going to go with Alejandro Kirk, and this could be kind of controversial. He's a really good card, don't get me wrong. There's just some things that kind of throw me off about this card a little bit. I think the defense can be a little bit better, even though he is diamond. The speed is super weak on this card, but really the hitting stats are pretty good for being like completely balanced. I would not have a problem if he's on your team. I mean, he's still very, very good. I just think there's better options personally out there. But he's got 117 contact right, 95 contact left, 90 power right, and 81 power left. Really, everything's pretty consistent across the board except for that power left. So I like this Alejandro Kirk card a lot. I just think there's some better options out there. But if you guys are looking for a budget catcher, like in that 10,000 stub range, he could definitely be your guy. At number 7, I'm going with Giovanni Soto from the Home Run Derby X pack. So he's definitely very, very cheap. He's 10,000 stubs right here. You guys can potentially get him for pretty cheap here from the Conquest map. But 95 contact right, 107 contact left, 97 power right, and 100 power left. Great, great, great hitting stats. He's also got diamond defense. I'd say his defense is probably a little bit better than Alejandro Kirk, if I'm remembering it right. He's got 45 speed, so I think he definitely should be above Alejandro Kirk on the list. The quirks, though, aren't anything too great, although Kirk does have a lot of good quirks, by the way. I don't think I took a look at his quirks, but those cards, those All-Star cards, have live series quirks, and they are a lot better, so I definitely do like Soto, though, a lot here. I think this is a pretty fair spot for Soto. At number 6 on the list, we're going to the collections here. Well, you guys can get this card by completing the Mets Live Series collection. That is Gary Carter. He's got diamond hitting, he's got gold defense, which isn't too great, as you guys can see by the defense here. Only 38 speed, but the hitting on this card is very, very good, besides the contact right. If you're doing anything else, especially towards lefties, you're going to be mashing guys. He's also got 2 secondary positions at first base and right field, so you guys can throw him in some different positions. But 72 contact right, 109 contact left, 94 power right, and 108 power left. Great card. I like it a lot. I think he deserves a spot on the list at number 6. And at number 5, I'm going with Wilson Contreras. I like this card a lot. He's got the diamond hitting, the diamond defense. He also has a secondary position in left field. He's got good speed with 65. He's got 90 contact right, 112 contact left, 82 power right, and 125 power left. Again, another guy who is absolutely going to mash lefties, but he's an even better lefty masher. I mean, just 112 contact left and then 125 maxed out power left. Insane, man. Very, very good. He's got great, great, great quirks as well. He's got the live series quirks here. So he's got the basic ones that everyone has, like Bomber and Hitting Machine, but he also has some live series one, man. So I like these ones a lot. He's going to be just probably one of the top budget catchers in the game, I gotta say. You get him for like 11,000 stubs. I think he's got to be up there. He might be the number 1 budget catcher. At number 4, I think he still deserves a high spot on the list here. It's going to be Joe Mauer, catcher for the Twins here. You guys get him for completing the Cover Athletes pack here, which you guys can do for pretty cheap if you guys do want this card. But he's got the diamond hitting, the diamond defense. He can also play first base. He's going to be more of a righty guy than a lefty guy, so if you don't want so many guys that can just absolutely mash lefties, you can go with Joe Mauer here. He'll be a lot better towards righties with 115 contact towards righties and 86 power towards righties. You can do a little bit of damage to lefties as well with the contact, but the power is just a little bit less towards those lefties. But 47 speed is not too bad. He's got diamond defense. Defense is pretty good on this card. He'll be a very, very good catcher. So I think he deserves definitely a top spot on the list here at number 4. Cracking the top 3 here, I'm going to go with Diego Cartaya here. Who I may have said that name right, not 100% sure. But, I mean, this hitting stats on this card are amazing. The defensive stats are some of the best that we've seen from all these catchers. The speed is pretty good at 48. I like this card a lot. Although, Wilson Contreras is definitely going to be the more budget option. But if you're looking to spend a little bit more, maybe Diego can be your guy. You guys can get him for 51,000 subs, which is definitely a lot. But he's pretty damn good. 102 contact right, 104 contact left, 106 power right, and 112 power left. I've not been able to use this card, I will say, though. So I'm not sure how good his swing is or anything like that. But quirks, nothing too crazy, just some of the basic ones, but really the stats on this card are all pretty damn good. So only issue I guess you could say is a 48 speed, but he's also a catcher. He's not going to be naturally fast. So I really do like this card a lot. He's got all the defense, he's got all the hitting stats. Definitely deserves another top spot on the list here at number 3. But if you're looking to spend even less than that, I would probably recommend Mike Piazza here. 36,000 subs you guys can buy him for. Only issue is the defense and probably the speed. He's got way less defense than Diego with less speed at 38, but the hitting stats on this card are quite a bit better. And you can also put him at first base. That is his secondary position. So he's got 103 contact right, 108 contact left, 101 power right, and 115 power left. This card matches pretty much everything. He's good, consistent across the entire board. I love the spot a lot for Mike Piazza. I think he's definitely fits in at the number 2 spot on the list. And there's only one guy you can put in the number 1 spot. My favorite card in all of MLB The Show. Number 1 is none other than Mike Napoli here. He is my guy. Ever since his, 86, 85 overall card from the Rangers Live Series, man. I mean, now he has a 97 that you guys can get. He's definitely expensive. I personally think he's worth it for 84,000 stubs, but I mean, I just love this card, man, a lot. 35 speed on the card is not great. Defense is not great, but the hitting on this card is amazing. His swing is insanely nice. He's got insane contact with 125 towards righties, 122 contact towards lefties, so even hitting against lefties would be pretty good. He just probably won't hit as many home runs with 80 power left, but 115 power right is amazing. Love the power towards righties on this card. He's going to match everything. If you're facing a righty, it is game over if they face Mike Napoli here. So, and lefties, I mean, they should be scared too. I've loved this card a lot. Definitely my favorite card in the entire game. So, had to put him in number 1 spot. I don't think there's any other guy you can really put in the number 1 spot. Couple of bonus honorable mentions here, though. We have JT Realmuto, who actually just dropped in the game not too long ago. 95 overall. I think the power's kind of weak on this card, but he does have a lot of great defensive stats. Probably the best out of every catcher that's been on the list. Also the best speed out of every catcher that's been on the list with 85. So just the power's really weak on this card, so I didn't think he really deserved a spot on the list. But he is also super expensive at 50,000 stubs, so that kind of affected it too. Corey Lee isn't too bad either if you guys are looking for one of those future star cards. Joey Bart isn't anything too crazy, but he's kind of deserving of a spot. I like Luis as well. He's pretty solid. So, yeah, there's just a couple of honorable mentions that I thought I'd add. That's going to do it, though, man. I seriously do appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys would change down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe right here and turn on those post notifications and check out this video up here.